Hey everybody, it's Christina Holloway here. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're starting a brand new series on being strategic, and in this video, we're breaking down what it really means to be a strategic leader. In this video, we'll talk about driving toward a vision, forecasting and planning for different scenarios, and how strategic leaders can change the culture of their organizations. In today's fast-moving industries, being strategic isn't just a buzzword, it's essential for long-term success. Whether you're leading a team or managing projects, being able to think and act strategically will set you apart. Also, this year I'm sharing 12 leadership metrics that will help you succeed in your career. This is pretty much a full framework for how to develop your skills to build your career. This month, we're talking about leading change. You can catch up on all of the videos in the playlists on my YouTube channel. Everything is linked below in the description. Make sure to check it out. And make sure to download my free and updated communication toolkit that includes over 100 resources on how to elevate your professional presence. I am very excited about it, and I hope you find it valuable. Real quick, if you enjoy this content and want to learn more about how to make power moves in your career, make sure to follow my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video from me. All right, so let's get started. Let's start with one of the most critical aspects of being strategic, driving toward a vision. As a strategic leader, having a clear and compelling vision is essential. But what does it really mean to drive toward a vision? It means you're not just setting long-term goals, you're creating a roadmap that aligns every decision and every action with the end result. Your vision becomes the guiding force that steers the team, the projects, and ultimately the organization. Leaders with strong vision can see beyond their immediate tasks. They're able to project what the future holds for the company and for the industry. They can anticipate market shifts, changes in customer behavior, or even disruptions in technology. They're not just reacting to what's happening now, they're actively shaping what happens next. So, for example, let's say your company's vision is to be the market leader in AI-driven healthcare solutions. You're in charge of leading a new product development team tasked with creating a breakthrough innovation. In this case, driving toward the vision isn't just about managing the day-to-day details of product development. It's about keeping the bigger picture front and center. How does this product align with the company's long-term goals? What are the milestones that will ensure this product positions your company as an industry leader? Ask yourself, what is your long-term vision? How clearly can you articulate it, and how often do you communicate it to your team? How do your current actions, whether it's project planning, resource allocation, or team discussions, reflect that vision? Are you prioritizing tasks that drive toward the long-term goals, or are you stuck in short-term problem solving? When you make decisions, do you ask yourself, does this decision get me closer to my long-term vision? If not, how can I redirect my efforts? Finally, how are you bringing your team along on this journey? Are they connected to the bigger picture, or are they just focused on their immediate tasks? Next, let's talk about forecasting and scanning the environment, another essential part of being strategic. So, strategic leaders are constantly scanning their surroundings to understand how external factors might impact their organization. This includes everything from market trends, new technology, industry regulations, and even broader economic forces. By staying aware of the bigger picture, you can forecast potential risks and opportunities long before they become pressing issues. It's important to understand that forecasting is not about predicting the future with certainty. It's about preparing for different possible futures. It's about recognizing patterns, understanding emerging trends, and having the foresight to adjust your strategy accordingly. For example, in the tech industry, new advances in artificial intelligence may not affect your company tomorrow, but as a strategic leader, you need to start considering how those advancements might disrupt your business model or create new opportunities in the next few years. So, carrying that example further, a tech company leader noticed that their competitors were increasingly adopting machine learning tools to automate parts of their business. So rather than waiting until they fell behind, This leader scanned the environment to understand how those tools could benefit his company. And by forecasting that machine learning would soon become a standard part of the industry, he proactively allocated resources to develop in-house expertise and adopted the technology before it became a critical need. Ask yourself, where can you gather the information you need to stay ahead in your industry? What sources, whether industry reports, conferences, webinars, or conversations with experts, can help you understand the trends shaping your environment? What are the major trends that could impact your company in the next 1 to 5 years? What are the small habits you can build into your routine to make this a priority? Think about the last major change in your industry. Did you see it coming, or did it catch you by surprise? What steps can you take to ensure you're better prepared next time? Now, even with a clear vision and strong forecasting, things don't always go according to plan. That's where planning for different scenarios comes in. No matter how much you forecast or plan, there will always be factors outside of your control. Planning for different scenarios allows you to navigate those unknowns with confidence. Scenario planning involves imagining various possible futures and preparing for them. The key is to explore both positive and negative possibilities so that you're never caught off guard. The more time you spend thinking through different scenarios, the more adaptable and agile your team becomes. This kind of agility is what sets strategic leaders apart. They're ready for anything because they've already considered all the possibilities. For example, let's take the example of a tech leader responsible for launching a new product. While the initial plan was to roll out to a small market, she also prepared for different scenarios. She considered what would happen if the product was wildly successful and demand skyrocketed, which could strain the team and resources. She also considered a scenario where the market didn't respond well and the product underperformed. In both cases, she had a plan in place. Ask yourself, what are the most likely scenarios that could affect your current project or business? What would happen if the best case scenario played out? What if the worst case scenario happened? What are the steps you need to take now to ensure you can pivot quickly if circumstances change? How can you build flexibility into your team's processes to handle unexpected events? Finally, one of the most powerful things a strategic leader can do is change the culture of their organization. A strong culture of strategic thinking allows your team to move beyond day-to-day tasks and embrace a long-term mindset. This shift in perspective is critical if you want your organization to be adaptable, forward-thinking, and able to navigate complex challenges. Changing the culture is about creating a culture where every team member, from leadership to frontline staff, understands the importance of aligning their work with the broader vision. When a team is strategic at all levels, it becomes proactive, focused, and capable of anticipating changes instead of just reacting to them. So, cultural change is complicated. It doesn't happen overnight. It requires deliberate effort, leadership by example, and consistent reinforcement. Ask yourself, how would you describe the current culture of your team? Is it reactive? Or are people thinking ahead and aligning their work with the broader vision? What steps have you taken or could you take to embed strategic thinking into your team's day-to-day operations? For example, do you make time for long-term planning in team meetings or encourage discussion on potential future challenges? How do you model strategic thinking for your team? Are you demonstrating through your own actions how to plan ahead, consider multiple outcomes, or make decisions with the future in mind? How are you holding your team accountable for contributing to the long-term vision? Are you measuring their success based on strategic impact or just on task completion? There's a difference. So, how can you start developing your strategic thinking today? First, define a clear long-term vision for yourself or your team. What are you working toward in the next year or 5 years? Next, set aside time for scanning the environment and forecasting. This could be through research networking or even setting up internal state-of-the-industry discussions. Finally, start thinking in scenarios. Ask yourself, what's the ideal outcome and what could go wrong? What's the worst case scenario and how could I handle it? All right, so that's it for my video on what it means to be strategic at work. If you have examples of how you've used your strategic thinking with measurable success, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about them. Don't forget to download my free and updated communication toolkit. And if you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss another video from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.